This is Liam 2.0, and welcome to RedCraft Non-Advanced Redstone, where today we will not be doing pistons, as you see behind me. Oops, I broke a hole too. We are doing a continuation of the power sources, because last episode, I went over most of the basic power sources in Minecraft Xbox 360, but today we will be going over some more, slightly more advanced ones, I would say. So, let's get straight into it. I need to turn on daylight cycle for some of these to work, I think. Okay, there we go, and I need to extend this lapis too. I forgot to do that before the episode, but too bad. I can do it right now, really quickly, and then of course I'll show you what it does, but that will be in a minute. There we go. Oh, still not far enough. That's unfortunate. What if I go like this around a corner? That should work, right? Why is it so powerful? Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry, guys. I was messing that up. The daylight sensors confused me in this texture pack. I apologize about that. Anyways, let's get straight into this. So the first one is a trap chest. Now, I think this is crafted by just a chest and a piece of redstone, so pretty cheap on survival. And basically, when you open it, it releases a current. And I believe the more items you put in there, the longer current it is. But that doesn't matter, because right here I have a repeater. If you remember that from the last episode, it repeats the current and it makes it go farther. So, as you can see, if I open the trap chest, if you can see on the side of my screen, the light turns on. And yeah, that's basically just how those ones work. Pretty easy. This is a daylight sensor, as you saw me fiddle with earlier. Now this is purple. Normally this would be blue, like this color, but it's purple in this texture pack, which means it's set to night. All you have to do is tap like you're placing something, and it changes it. So at nighttime, it'll light up. Like, you see how this power only travels one block? Well, at nighttime, it would, I'll show you. It'll travel farther. Not my briefing. That was daytime. What am I doing? Set to night, and the power goes straight to that. But again, at daytime, the power is only one thick. You know, I wonder what would happen if I put a repeater here. I guess this series is about testing things too, so let's figure out if I put a repeater on a night one, it still works. That's interesting to know. But anyways, if I set this to daytime, it automatically powers. What's going on now? Is it glitch? I can't tell. What? I am so confused. But on daylight, as you can see, it powers that perfectly. The current goes straight to, but if I turn it to nighttime, then it turns off that light because no power is coming from the daylight sensor. So basically, daytime, if you have it programmed on this, it'll activate the light. If it's programmed on nighttime, it'll activate the light. So basically, that is a pretty simple explanation of that. I think I made it a little bit more complicated than it had to be. Like 3 minutes complicated. This one is the tripwire, which is activated when a player or mob or player or mob, or I think items too. I'm not sure. I can't get an item to go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Delete that. Yep, so it's activated when anything touches it. It sends a redstone current out, basically through the back of any of the tripwires to the redstone lamp. And now let's do a quick advanced version of that. Tripwires can be placed at any height and at any length. So like here we have a longer one, and it's on the ground. This one is too high, one above the ground, and this is too high above the ground. You see here, if I walk through here, nothing happens. The light is still off. But if I jump into the tripwire, it'll activate that light. So there you go. The player basically just has to touch the string in the middle. The way you set this up is very simple. You grab a tripwire hook and string, and then you place a block here or on your hallway or whatever, and you put 2 tripwire hooks, then click on the ground in front, and then you have set up your tripwire hook. Put some redstone from the back, and then there you go. You have set up a tripwire hook to a trap or whatever you want. Now this, ignore the levers. Those are another power source to power these power rails. But that is not what we're talking about. This is a detector rail right here in the middle. And whenever a minecart goes over it, any type of minecart or a player riding minecart, it sends out a redstone current. So that is a very simple one. You just have to minecart track in the detector rail. I use this circuit. It's super easy. Sometimes I use it instead of just a normal redstone circle. Now these are the buttons. So buttons, you push them, they activate. But there's a little bit more to the buttons. A few actually really cool things. So let's grab a bow, because I'm going to need that later in this. Basically, when you press a stone button, you can see it lasts about 1 second. 1, 2, or let's just count. Like, that'll be 1, 2. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this one lasts longer. So wooden buttons, when you press them, they last longer. Stone buttons last less time. So it sends out a shorter pulse. This is a longer pulse. Stone buttons cannot be held down with arrows. So if I shoot an arrow at this button perfectly, it hits. It's not pushed. But if I shoot an arrow at this button, it works and it lights up the light. That is a really cool fact, that stone arrows cannot be shot with, or stone buttons cannot be shot with arrows. There you go. Next week will be in the next one, non-advanced, which will be in 2 weeks from now. Like, not the next week, but the next week, we'll be discussing pistons and how they work. So I hope to see you then. Let's just flip this randomly. La, 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 la. Okay, anyways, I will hopefully see you in the next week. In advanced, next week we will be covering a really cool circuit that I use all the time. So if you're an advanced person, stick around for that. If you'd like to stick to the non-advanced, that is very understandable, seeing as redstone can be very confusing. So if you're not very advanced, I'd suggest this series, because we're going to go from bottom to top, learning redstone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!